Hi, everyone. This is Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. Hope you had a great weekend and your Monday's off to a great start. Before we get started this week, I just want to kind of issue a reminder to people. The energy is really, really big right now. And as a result, people aren't necessarily using all of their, all of people's best parts aren't necessarily showing themselves. So I want people to remember, be kind to each other. Kindness is important. Have empathy for other people, and remember that words can hurt and you can't take them back. So just remember that as you have interactions with other people out there in the world, try to be kind. Okay, so we're going to get started here for the energy for the week from November 18th to the 24th. And what do each of the signs need to pay attention to? So pay attention to your sun and your rising sign, and let's get started. So, Aries, yours is be present, and it says find clarity in the moment. It's important for you to be in the present moment. Oftentimes, Aries, you can act kind of impulsively and you can just kind of react and let things come out. But sometimes it's important to take a step back, to be in that present moment. Know what the present moment holds for you and just take that moment, be in that moment that it is, and allow that moment to speak for itself. So don't necessarily just react for the sake of reacting. Just be present and see what comes up for you first before you react. Taurus, accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. Acceptance is something that's really, really important. And things are changing right now, which isn't something necessarily that you are all that fond of. You like for things to kind of stay the same, but something is ending. Pluto is changing signs tomorrow, and there's a chapter of your life that's ending. So accept the fact that something in your life has ended, and it's time for you to allow that piece of acceptance to come through you and to accept what it is. Once you accept what it is and you have that moment of clarity or peace or whatever it is that you're experiencing, it could even be grief. Just allow that to come out and see what happens. You don't know what you don't know. And unfortunately, as much as any of us would love to know what the future holds, there's always going to be surprises that are going to present themselves. And especially with Uranus in your sign still, there are surprises that are abound. So accept the fact that something in your life is coming to a close or something in your life has shifted and changed. And once you are able to do that, then you can find that sense of clarity, that sense of peace, and you can take steps. Gemini, yours is let go of the past. It is time to envision a new story. Something again for you is coming to a close. It's not surprising that there is so much energy right now that is talking about closure because that is exactly what is going on. Things are changing, things are shifting, and a new story is being written for you, but you have to be willing to accept the new story, which means sometimes you have to let go of the past. So, Gemini, let go of the past this week. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen overnight, but you need to start to work on that new story that is developing and that's waiting out there for you. And as a result, you have to let go of the old one. So, Gemini, let go of the past. Cancer, yours is listen. Your inner child has something to say. Your inner child has been speaking to you probably since 2008 in some respect, off and on, because Cancer is the opposite sign from Capricorn. This is the moment where your inner child, if it hasn't already spoken to you before, it desperately has something for you to hear. It may have been trying to get your attention for a while now, and this may be the first time that you're open and willing to hear it, or this may be an ongoing process for you. Either one can hold true. But your inner child has a message for you, it has something to say. And once you are able to allow that inner child out and you allow yourself to feel whatever it is that your inner child wants you to feel, then you can take that next step forward. But it's important for you to hear the message of what your inner child has to say. Leo, seek guidance in this. It's time for a different perspective. So again, like Taurus, you're not necessarily known for your willingness for things to be different. This is an opportunity for you to look at things with a new perspective. It's not necessarily going to be easy. It probably won't be easy, but the new perspective is necessary in order for you to move forward, to go in this new direction that you're being shown. So open up your mind this week to the possibilities of what can be and try and sit with that perspective and see what it has to tell you. It's important for you to look the new perspective and start to take steps and potentially even more than steps, whatever that could be for you, so that you can move forward. Because ultimately, moving forward is why we are here on this planet. So look at a different perspective this week, Leo. Virgo, yours is review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. You have a tendency, Virgo, to work from a list. So this could be a good opportunity for you to write down your responsibilities. But in terms of looking at it, you may notice that not all of those are essential either for your well-being or they may not be yours, period. They may be something that you have taken on as a result of a relationship with somebody else or just something that you happen to take on at some point in time over the course of your life, and you're like, why am I still doing this? Either one is important, but it's in time for you to take a look at what those responsibilities are and what can you do to help move forward and relieve yourself of some of those responsibilities if they are no longer working for you. So Virgo, get out those checklists this week, write down all of your responsibilities and see what comes up. See what they have to say. There's something that's important there for you. Libra, yours is choose yourself today. Do not deny your importance. It is really important for you to choose yourself. You are so relationship oriented sometimes, Libra, that you can often put yourself on the back burner. This isn't one of those times. This is a time for you to take care of yourself. Do something that is important for you and don't push it off and wait and do it later or expect somebody else to do it for you. It is important for you to take care of yourself. So choose yourself, do something good for yourself, something that you have wanted to do for a while that you might not have thought that you could, whatever it may be, choose yourself. Scorpio, yours is breathe in, and it says practice breath work today. So this card has come up for a few signs over the last few weeks. So remember to take a deep breath and let it out. There has been a lot of intensity with things going on in your sign right now. Your sign will be coming to a close here later in the week. So there is going to be an opportunity for some breathing room to come in for you. You aren't necessarily going to be the spotlight. Things aren't going to be on you anymore. But that doesn't mean that you don't still have to do the work. Remember, deep breaths can help as things start to unfold. It is important for you to think, don't just respond, think and see what comes up. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to do a lot of deep thinking, although that may be the case at times, but allow yourself to breathe. It's one of the most important things that you can do. It's what part of what makes you alive, but breath work is so important. So allow yourself to breathe and go from there. Sagittarius, do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. There may be something that you know that you need to take steps towards this week, but maybe you're unsure about it. or maybe you know that you need to do it, but you just don't want to do it because you know that there's going to be an impact in regards to what it is that you need to do. But it's important for you to take that step. This is the time for you to take the step. This is the time for you to try to do whatever it is that is coming up for you. Now is the time for you to do that. Move forward. This is the time for us to move forward. We are at a chapter change, and when chapters change, new things can come in. But you have to take steps, and sometimes you have to demonstrate that you are ready to take those steps. So take that first step today and see what happens. Capricorn, yours is be still. And it says cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. Stillness can be a really challenging thing in everybody's lives right now, and especially for a Capricorn who has a tendency to be on the move and do whether it's work or home or whatever it may be. But stillness is something that can give you information and guidance. And when you're still, you can allow messages to come in from the universe. So this is an opportunity for you to let those messages in and see what they have to say. Stillness. Just be. See what happens. This can be what it's like. It can be awkward. It can be uncomfortable. But stillness is super important and it can give you lessons that you could never have imagined. So be still this week, Capricorn. Aquarius, yours is a time to remember. Look back on your childhood. There are messages that are coming in for your past this week, Aquarius. Mercury is going to be going retrograde next week, but that doesn't mean that the ghosts aren't preparing themselves. They're getting ready to deliver messages to you, and they may start doing that this week. But there's something from your past that's important. It may be holding you back right now. It could be doing any number of other things to you. So look back on your childhood, see what comes up. It could be inner child wounds. It could just be some sort of message from your past. Anything is possible, but you need to let go of something from your childhood so that you can move forward. It's not always easy, but it is important. So, Aquarius, look back at your childhood this week. And Pisces, yours is let it go. Let go of all that no longer serves you. Again, you're coming to a close here at some point. Neptune is at the 29th degree. It will be moving into Aries here next year. That's a chapter. Saturn is still in Pisces, but over the next year and a half or so, Saturn will again move into Aries. This is a closing point over the course of the next year or so. Things are going to be ending, and it's important that you let it go. Don't hold on to anything that no longer serves you. Don't let the things that are important for you pass you by. Letting it go does not have to always be sad, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't grieve the things that were important to you at one point in time that that may not still hold a place for you. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. Again, I'm Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. I would love to begin a dialogue with you, so feel free to comment below. Tell me what you think. You can find me on my website, www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, nope, not Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. You can find me there. I'm happy to just have a conversation with you if that's what you need right now. So again, hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.